But before all of that, let's go ahead and jump right into the first thing, which is the title of this podcast, that Netflix has gone ahead and just cleaned house and just, finished up the rest of the Marvel universe that they had a part of their collection, which is The Punisher and Jessica Jones. Now we knew that this was going to happen. We knew that this was going to happen, and it's not surprising. We were just looking at the days of like, okay, when they're going to do it, when they're going to do it. And I even said it before on the podcast that they should just come out and just say it right before it. And they did, but they kind of didn't. They did it with like the Punisher after the Punisher dropped last month. Now they're coming out and saying that, yeah, there's no more seasons for the Punisher. But even before Jessica Jones is premiered or whatever later on this year, it's basically saying that, yeah, this is going to be the last season of Jessica Jones. Enjoy it, bam, 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 or whatever. And that's really how they should have did it in the first place with like the Punisher instead of doing that, because we all know the inevitable was going to happen. Now this was like, I don't know, like looking at it, I just recently watched the Punisher show, and I'm just like, I liked it. I want to give my full review in a little bit later. I don't know. It's not going to be part of this podcast. I don't know if I'm going to do it this week or next week, but I'm going to put out my full thoughts on it or whatnot. But I enjoyed it, like what they were doing with the whole, Netflix and Marvel thing. It was all good. I guess it's more or less to do with the Disney acquisition of Fox and them coming on with their own streaming service. So they're going to be in competition with Netflix. And since, Disney have their, hands in Hulu, I guess you can't say that it's competition as well. But, still you got Amazon Prime and stuff. So they're jumping into that game. But along with the cancellation of Jessica Jones and The Punisher today, there was a statement put out by Jeff Loeb. And so I'm about to go ahead and just read what was interesting about this statement to you guys or whatnot. And just, it could go either way. But in any case, it says, on behalf of everyone at Marvel Television, we could not be more proud or more grateful for our audience. Our network partners may have decided to no longer continue with telling us tales of these great characters, but you know Marvel better than that. And that just catches me right there, because it lets us know that they may have something planned. I don't know how the deal goes with Marvel and everything else. The specifics of it, it's kind of like, it eludes me, at least for right now, about just how everything can go. Now, they might be talking about it in the sense of like, they probably could use these characters, but not these specific versions of these characters. Like, Brian Cox, I think that's his name. He's not going to come back. Vincent D'Onofrio playing, Kingpin. He's not going to come back as the Kingpin. So these versions of these characters are not going to come into the MCU films or Disney Plus to be on their network and everything else as these characters. They're going to be all new actors and new portrayals and versions of these characters, just not the ones that we know from Netflix. Then he continues as Matthew Murdock's father once said, the measure of a man is not how he gets knocked to the mat, but how he gets back up. To be continued. Now that could be telling of something. That could be letting us know that, like I said, we are still going to get these characters in the MCU, or, maybe just one of the shows that is going to be on Disney Plus. But like I said, not as the characters as we know. The actors playing them and the stories that's already been told from Netflix, we may not end up be getting them, but they will basically be thrown in the MCU. Now, I'll be surprised if they do continue to use these characters as they are within the, on the Disney streaming service, Disney Plus or whatnot, and probably throw it on Hulu as well. And I don't know, it gets me kind of a little bit excited, because they came out and they said that they were going to have a different brand, a branch that, they're going to have the R-rated, more kind of, adult films for Disney movies or whatnot. And then, the IPs that they acquired when getting the Fox, 21st Century Fox and everything. So they can throw that under the banner. It still be Marvel or whatever, but at the same time, they could still keep the provocative type of spin on it. The sex, drugs, cursing, blood, just all out violence that they have and that we've grown to like with the greedy Netflix take on these characters. And they could just keep them over there where they'll still be connected, but at the same time, they'll still be kind of separate, just like how they are with the Netflix and everything else. So, I mean, this is not news. This is not anything that's going to, surprise anybody, because we all knew that this is going to happen. But, I mean, better late than never, I guess. I mean, at least they killed two birds with one stone, announced both the Punisher and Jessica Jones instead of doing the stupid thing and being like, oh, the Punisher is canceled. And then when Jessica Jones come out a month after it comes out, but like, oh yeah, Jessica Jones is canceled too. It's like, man, just wipe it out. Just let us know. They're both canceled. Okay. So this is the last season of Jessica Jones that we're going in. I'm just more curious on how they end it off. Are they going to end it off in the way that it ends the series? They don't set up for anything else, or they still do it and just be like, fuck it. It's going to be whatever it is. But yeah, that's my take on it.